This week at BHSS, we are having our first Hot Shabbat in person, indoors actually, that we've had in a while. And yes, we're going to be socially distanced, and we're trying to figure out the best way to make it a good experience for our young ones and their families and to still be together. Um, and it's interesting because as we do Touch Shabbat, we usually try to have a theme, right? So we'll have a Noah's Ark project, or we'll have a kindness project, something that's going on in the Torah, something that's going on with a holiday, some kind of mitzvah, a commandment, or a midah, a value that we want to imbue in our kids and their families. This week, because we haven't done this in so long, our focus is actually on Shabbat itself, reconnecting with those symbols and those feelings. And I'm curious, in your own life, what is it that you do to get ready for Shabbat? For some of us, it's the traditional, the candles and the challah and the kiddush, the wine, or the sanctification of the day the prayer that we say over the wine. But as long as we've had a Reform Siddur, a prayer book, we've recognized that a lot of people don't do those things at home. Maybe they do them in community, and we light candles and say kiddush. And when the pandemic is a little further past us, we may break bread together and say motzi, the prayer over the bread, together here in the building. I know that I often don't have time to light candles with my family, which is one of my favorite moments of Shabbat. Somehow breathing in the smell of those lit candles, or of the match headed towards the candles, floods me with feelings of Shabbat and of that deep breath that it's coming. Um, and so I've been looking for other ways to prepare for Shabbat. And one of the things that I have found is this beautiful song by Idan Raphael Haviv. It's called Shlemim. I'm going to play for you a little bit, and then we'll translate a little bit and talk about it.
את מכינה את השבת ומתפללת, אני יכול להסתכל על זה שעות, ואיך את שרה לעצמך ומתביישת, בא לי להיות האיש הזה שמנגן לה. תראי, הפכנו להיות יותר דומים, וגם אם לא תרגשי, תמיד אתן את כל החיים.
It's a beautiful song. You can't tell by watching me watch it. I love the song. It's a love song. And it begins with the narrator, the man singing, watching his beloved, and she is preparing for Shabbat, and she's praying, and he can watch this for hours, for as long as it goes on. And she sings to herself, and she gets embarrassed when she notices him watching, and he wants to be the person that plays music for her. And it's all about how they grow to be more alike, which is really interesting because for him in this song, it's not about Shabbat, it's about her and Shabbat. And this is a love song to her, but her love song to a certain degree is about Shabbat. And I think it's so beautiful that he gains peace through the way that she gains peace. And together, knowing that they're different in the way that they do this, they somehow connect to each other and they grow more and more alike throughout time. I love it. I love it. And I'm curious, what is it that prepares you for Shabbat? Is it watching someone else prepare for Shabbat? Is it buying flowers and making your house beautiful? Is it cooking for your family? Is it unplugging your phone? Is it calling someone you haven't talked to in a long time? What is the the way that you embrace the end of a week and the beginning of some rest? I like this because it reminds me to breathe and to slow down. And I'm not very good at some of the mindfulness, meditative stuff. I don't sit still well. Um, but somehow, the way that I don't sit well on Shabbat is different than the way I don't sit still well during the week. And I have a kind of a ritual in terms of maybe listening to a song like this and taking some time for myself, thinking about the Torah portion, maybe rolling the Torah. Um, picking up my little one, getting ready for the rest of the day. And for me, I have to transition into the transition of Kabbalat Shabbat, of the service that welcomes the Sabbath. I can't just jump straight in because I will end up frantic. I have to quiet myself from the week that's passed first. And I'm curious what it is that you do that quiets yourself from your week, that sings the love story of Shabbat to you, maybe to God, maybe to someone else in your life who takes this moment of rest. However you do it, I hope you make the time to do it and that you have a Shabbat Shalom.